Look, it's a great honour to be in the last 16 of Europe for a second consecutive season. And, we learnt lessons last season and last time out against Real Sociedad as well. And I've told the boys, if they do that to me again, they'd be walking home from Rome. I'm not putting up with that again. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik on The Impossible Dream. It is season 14, episode 11 today, and it is Roma in the round of 16 of the Champions League. We got to this point last year, we went out to Inter, and to be honest, it was 3-1, I think, wasn't in the end on aggregate, but we never really looked like we were going to get through. We've played Roma already this tournament. We played them first game after our winter break, second last game of the league season. It was at home, and well, it was a 1-1 draw. So we know we can compete with them. We should be better than we were then, because everybody in theory is match fit and raring to go. And yeah, we just need to try and get this done. Now, there's not too much to catch you up on off the field, so let's just get to it and have a look at what we're expecting from them. We are expecting the same formation, that 4-2-4. I guess we call it. Now, I did go back and watch that game again, and well, we're going to try and start the way we finished against them, essentially, in that one. Now, one thing to catch you up on here is Jonsson. Jonsson had flu, so his match sharpness is shot, which is not great. So we're not starting him in this one. Pavas, though, is happy again at the club, so that is good news. So yeah, let's hope that is going to serve us a little bit better than previous. So it's Puol in goal. It is Giacchini, Grubasic, Plemenos, who's a little bit more match sharp now, with White at right back. Pavas is an anchor man in this one, just wanting to sit. We know they got 4 attackers, so we just need somebody in there just sitting in front of them. Then we're going to go for it with the other 5. So Briant and Raul will be sort of pulling the strings for us in there. Kosh, Seema, and Bautinson will be the front trio, and they need to play well today. We need to score goals, and let's hope that they can. Now, one other thing I think is, because they've got... well, let's not do anything there. Because they've got 2 men in midfield, let's just let's be a little bit more cautious in how we attack things. Not cautious is the wrong word. That's I'm not sure what the right word is, but it's more or less, it looks like to me, the same team that we played in that league phase. So what do we want to say to this? Team talk is going to likely be important here. What if we point our finger? Let's show everyone what we're capable of. That kind of plays down the pressure of expecting to win, but it should hopefully make them want to go out there and show that we are a good team. We know we're a good team. All right, and here we go. First leg at home. Obviously, because they were the seeded team, so they get they get the home second tie. And I think a little bit like the Real Sociedad game, we need to go there with a lead. We need to obviously be a lot better in protecting that lead, because I think we all had mild heart attacks during that one. But yeah, it's winnable, isn't it? That's the thing. I always get nervous playing this in these sorts of games, because the pressure of being on YouTube and feeling like you're letting everybody down. God knows how many just do it in real life. But yeah, I mean, it just feels winnable, and that's always the worst one, isn't it? If we were, when we played Liverpool or whatever, I don't necessarily expect to be able to beat them, but I think we've shown enough to suspect that this is doable. Now, they are second in Serie A, so they are a good Italian side. So we've got to remember that as well. But I think when we played them in the league phase, like I say, it was just after our winter break, and we're never at our best in that one, and they've picked us apart. Now, was it offside? Grubasic is usually, if there's one defender you want to be playing them off, it is him. Has he done it successfully, though? He has. He's a very good defender. I'm very tempted to pay the 50-odd million. He just knows, and Giacchini's done well there as well, though it wasn't necessarily his man. Yeah, Grubasic is a very smart defender. And I think it was 50-odd million is our option to buy. It's a lot of money for a centre-back. We would need to sell somebody else as well, which wouldn't necessarily be a problem. A Rocker is unhappy. We could sell him for probably 5 or 6 million, and Mayer is unhappy as well, so we could probably sell him for a similar-ish sort of fee. So we could We could get the money together to do it. It's just, do we say it's time to dig in? Unlucky so far. It's time to dig in, isn't it? We are a little bit less than the last time I showed you. I think it was 53 million. We have made some signings. I will catch you up on those in the transfer special, which will be coming along, of course, at the end of our season. Now we've got a corner to defend here in the 48th minute. Oh, he might be offside. I'm trying to play it back in my head. I don't know that he is. It's close. It's very close, and it counts. And we're 1-0 down at home. Yeah, it's Giacchini on the line. That is the man that's played him on. So let's give it a focus. And we've done a fairly... Well, first half we did a fairly decent job of limiting their play. But second half, they look as though they are... coming out a little bit more intensity filled. All right, so let's go back to playing the way we played, exploit the flanks, and see if we can do that. And if that doesn't work, what we can do, of course, is exploit the middle, where there is just those two central midfielders. Though with Pavas sitting a little deeper, we are perhaps, as Plemenos does well there, we are perhaps going man for man in there with them anyway. Here we go with Kosh. Can he whip a cross in? He can! And the goalkeeper has turned it behind, has he? Yes. All right. Can we find the head of a Grindavik player? Get ourselves level. Not quite there. I mean, the one thing we don't want to do is be going to roam behind. That would make life very difficult for us, wouldn't it? All right, so let's change things up here. Okay, so we're going to make a couple of subs. We're taking off our wide players. Aroka and Milosevic are going to come on. They're different sort of wide players and sort of the pace that we get from... Well, Sima is an inside forward anyway. The other change we've made is Jonsson coming on. He's a better player than Pavas, and he's a more attacking player as well. So we'll get those guys on. And with 15 to play, we just need something here, don't we? Yeah. Aroka is looking hesitant. He does want to leave, but he is still a decent player. If we are going to get to that, that's okay. So yeah, I mean that's not ideal. That's one of those that we'll deal with that once our season is done. And more likely it'll be the sort of the summer window in the rest of Europe where that'll get sorted, because teams aren't going to make too many bids for players now, and the post has saved us there. And has the post kept our season alive as well? All right, what else can we do here? Let's try raising up our tempo a little bit and maybe pass into space. Let's maybe try that. What we don't need to do is go a second goal down, because that would hurt us, wouldn't it? Can we clear that away, please? We can. And the one thing you do feel like we lack a little bit with Bautenson up top is just that physical presence. You wonder, I mean, Krusliak had that, and Skosian, Skosian's loan has been terminated now. Our transfer window is open, and he is back at the club. He's just not registered in Europe. So we're just getting him sort of acclimatized back into the squad, and he will become club trained as well. So that is going to happen. Now that he's back, we can see that it is going to happen. We are in stoppage time. This is where Bautenson struck against Real Sociedad. Can we do the same trick twice here, I wonder? And so far, it doesn't particularly look like it. Can Giacchini pounce? No. We should get to that first. We do. Milosevic turns into space for Raul. Raul's got Bautenson through the middle. He's unmarked. Bautenson, he's done it again. It's stoppage time. Neil Bautenson draws us level. And there is still time to go here as well. It's the first minute of 4. We'll tell him to focus. Milosevic did brilliantly, didn't he? Turned his man. That opened the space for Raul. And Raul, he is just El Papatia. And he has, he's tucked it away beautifully there, has Bautenson. And it is 1-1 out of almost nothing, to be honest. He was not even close to being offside, was he? He timed his run well. And there we go. We get the equaliser. So for the second time this season, it is 1-1 in Grindavik against Roma. Now the question is, can we go there and win a game of football? And that is going to be the big question, isn't it? So youthful Grindavik draw with Roma. Second leg is to come. Hopefully Jonsson will be fit to start it. And, we definitely have to exploit the middle, don't we? I think we've learnt that at this point. So yeah, I will see you momentarily. All right, welcome back, and here we go. 1-1 from the first leg. Can we pull this off? We're expecting them to play the same way, and this is the team we're sending out. Puel in goal, Giacchini, Grubasic, Plemenos, and White. Jonsson gets the start. We played him in the League Cup thing in between the two games just to try and get a bit of match sharpness, so he's not going to last 90 minutes. But hopefully we can get him as much as possible. It's going to be Brennan, Raul, Kosh, Seema, and Boutenson making up the rest of the team. Now, we are playing through the middle. We're going to play at a higher tempo, and we're going to hope that we can get this job done. All right, so team sheets we can see there. Something there looks a little bit different for them, but I'm not sure what it is, so we won't worry about it. And what do we say to this? You're on a good run lately. Go and impress me. We've got nothing to lose here. I think... Do we go with that again? Well, I don't think what we want to do is put extra pressure on us. So let's go with that again. And I mean, the first goal here is so important, isn't it? I mean, there's only one goal isn't going to win the game for them, but it does make it very difficult for us to win the game if they were to score first. Now, of course, a draw is fine, and as long as we get through, it doesn't really matter how we do it. My nerves would definitely rather it didn't go all the way to penalties, but if that's what it takes to get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, then I'll take it. I'll sign up for it right now. But yeah, if we are going to get that far, he's not going to make it. We do have Pavas on the bench, so that is fine. We would be able to bring him on and make a change there. Valenzuela's on the bench as well, so I think we saw... Was it against Real Sociedad that I dropped him in there and he did a decent job? So we do have options to replace Jonsson when that time does indeed come. But we'll wait and see. We've played them, well, this is the third time we've played them now, so we've had a good look at them. There's a good ball for Boutenson, down for Briant, for Seema! Oh. How many times have we seen him score goals like that? And he's missed it. What a chance that was. Alright, well, it's gone now. Let's not worry about it. Let's get the next one. We are not having much possession, but we are having the better of the chances. Now, we're expecting them to be a gegenpressing side, which is not a way that they've played against us before. Whether that's what they do at home, because we haven't actually... Obviously, we've played them at our place twice this season. We haven't played them at their place yet. So we'll see what... exactly what we get here, but we are obviously struggling to keep possession as White lets his man go, and they have scored first. And yeah, White just didn't quite go with his man. Yeah, let him go. And could Puel done a little bit better there? Perhaps, but maybe that's being a little bit harsh on him. Yeah, we are trapping inside. I did remember to do that. Let's encourage... Well, come on. Defend the corner, boys. Defend the corner. Away. It is away, but not very far. And the crossbar has saved us there. And White has won that back. And here we go now on the break. He gets a good ball early for Kosh. Back to White. He's not the quickest old White, is he? He's got... Oh, if he could have got that down the line for Kosh, we had a very, very big chance. But, well, it's better than Real Sociedad. We're not getting smashed in the second leg. So that's something we've had. Look at that XG. We've had more chances, but we find ourselves behind, which is why XG is a bit of a flawed stat, isn't it? So let's go with we've been unlucky so far. We've been unlucky so far. We've had chances. If we can take one or two of them, then we are every chance in this game, aren't we? Let's go back to... Normally when we're playing a gegenpress side, I like to make them chase the ball from side to side, tire them out. So let's go back to how we would normally play against the gegenpressing side and see if that helps us at all. It is just one goal, and we have had chances, so there's definitely no need to panic. Now, Jonsson is looking tired, and given that we need a goal, I think we need to go for the more attacking-minded Valenzuela back there. So that is what we will do. Let's try a demand more. We've got a corner. Kosh swings it in. It's a good one, but it is Plemenos blasting it over the top. All right, so we are getting to desperation stakes. So we will stick. Do we want Raul to go further forward, or do we want Brennett to go further forward? I think we probably, off of that, want Brennett to go further forward. this is obviously going to start to open us up, but ultimately it's what we need to do. Brennett can go as an attacking midfielder, and I wonder Milosevic can come on as well. Yeah. I don't really want to take Baltinson off because he's not been playing well. Well, he certainly didn't play well in that first leg, but then popped up with the goal in stoppage time. So his match rating doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to score a goal for us, as that is straight into Puel's hands. Is our European adventure coming to an end in the round of 16 for another season? Seema wins it back nicely for us. Here we go with Baltinson. Baltinson has a go, and it wasn't going far over the top. Come on, let's encourage them again. What else can we do here? What else can we do? 5 minutes of normal time to play. So let's get rid of that. Let's go back to that higher tempo. And I wonder if we don't work it into the box now. And see if that helps us at all. Do we have anybody on the bench that we think could do a job for us? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring a rocker on for Brennett, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. We're going to go and stick 2 up top. Seema's going to be the other one. A rocker's going to go and play as a winger. Seema as a deep lying forward works. And yeah, I mean, we're essentially matching them up at this point, aren't we? You can go on attack. White can go on. Actually, you know what we might do is we'll get Lima on. He's a bit of a better attacking fullback option. It's very late in the day, of course, but can we do something, anything? Well, that's that, isn't it? We're getting closer. Yeah, I mean, we were the equals again. Ultimately, if you don't win at home, you can't really complain. But yeah, that is just disappointing. That is just disappointing. So Roma triumph over Grindavik. Yeah, I feel like we're so close, aren't we? I feel like we're going to run out of time, though, with FM24 just around the corner. We are going to have, obviously, at least one more season, so that's something to look forward to. It'll be a transfer special next episode. Finances are looking strong, 60-odd million in the bank, just under 50 to spend. The big question is Grubasic. Do we sign him for 58 million, or do we not? Yeah, it's a lot of money to spend, isn't it? But anyway, let me know what you think. Sorry, guys. Again, we just fall short, don't we? We're not a couple of games this year. We've been hammered, Liverpool especially, but we're not far away. I don't think from maybe getting on that run to the semi-finals. But this was not to be that season, guys. If you've enjoyed it, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. And next episode, it'll be a transfer special with 50 million and about 300 grand a week to spend. That should be some fun, shouldn't it? Take care.